Hi, I'm Beth Riebenstorff with the Rebe Homes team at Realty One Group, and I wanted to share my experience working with Teresa Smith at HomeSmart. It is always such a pleasure to work with a professional in a cross sale, that's what we call it, and we were representing the seller. She was representing the buyer, and in today's market we have multiple offers, and the biggest risk to sellers is selecting the right buyer, especially in a challenging transaction, which this happened to be. And they asked me, what's the biggest risk to closing the transaction and accomplishing their goal? And the biggest risk to our sellers is how a buyer will handle the transaction. And how they handle the transaction has a great deal to do with the skill and the capability of the buyer's agent. So that is something that we look for on behalf of our sellers, is what is the attitude, the experience, and the professionalism and the overall guidance and advice that a buyer's agent will provide to their buyer. It can make a big decision on whether or not your offer is accepted in the first place, and then how the transaction goes. It's a very challenging market right now as things change, and the skill of agents being able to work together and provide really good, solid guidance during the process and solutions for inevitable, what we call turbulence through the journey, has everything to do with a skilled agent. And I so appreciate working with professionals and people looking for solutions on how to help their client, in this case Teresa's buyer, accomplish what they wanted, which is the same thing that our seller wanted. So I wanted to share the experience. My hats off to Teresa and my appreciation for both the buyer and the seller, and I'd absolutely work with her again in the future.